Oh, fuck me. I can't catch a break. I'm leaving that in. Hi there, guys. Lots of ums and ahs in this one because I can't be fucked to edit it. I'll be honest. Life's been busy. Life's been hectic. I'm back. It is the 16th of July as of recording this. I intend to upload this tomorrow, being Friday the 17th. Just a general life update, where I've been, what I've been up to, and I have annoyingly got stuff ready to upload and to promote on Blue Sky and everything like that. To all two of you that like follow me on Blue Sky. It's just having the fucking time to actually sit down and do it, and I just haven't had much fucking time. So if you live in the UK and or you've been following the news about the UK, we've been bouncing from heatwave to heatwave. Basically, the entirety of June was basically a heatwave, and then so far the first half of July has, I'd say about at least 90% of July so far, maybe 95, has been high 20s, if not mid 30s fucking temperatures, which is just ridiculous. So if I look a bit shit, fucking, it's just a fucking Thursday for me. There's no funny business there. Anyway, so I just wanted to say I'm still working on stuff. It's taking a bit because of the fact that basically when the heat wave happens in the UK, in the evening, and right now you guys can't see it because I'm recording this from my Mac, the sun is directly pointed at my fucking room through the window. So from about 1 to maybe 3 o'clock onwards, my room and my brother's room next door get absolutely pelted and barraged with heat from the sun. And if we have a heat wave, it is basically game over. I have a fan. Wrong way. I have a fan behind me that does sweet FA. My brother has an aircon unit. I didn't want to get an aircon unit because I thought, well, there's no point because it's not going to be that bad. And then it was like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I was like, mate, it felt like about 3 weeks straight of just bullshit from the heat. Yes, it's nice to have a bit of sun. Yes, it's nice to have a bit of weather. But the worst thing about British heat wave and summertime is that, well, not every house, but our house, for example, has insulation in the loft. Point of insulation, if you don't know, is to keep heat in. And a lot of the UK houses are designed with cold winters because we get quite cold here. Like most of the year is pretty wet and damp and cold and windy. So the houses are designed to keep heat in for the cold months. So when you have hot as fuck heat wave with 34, 35 Celsius penetrate through the fucking insulation, and it holds it. Even when the sun goes down, it holds it in the house. And the humidity and everything, just fucking awful. So, the last 3-4 weeks, I mean, you probably can see, I've got these fucking bags under my eyes. They look like ball bags. Fucking awful. So, it's just been rough. I've been absolutely... And work has been incredibly busy as well. I've been fucking exhausted. So, I haven't had a lot of time to really... but I barely played video games. I downloaded the Onimusha fucking demo for the new Onimusha game because I wanted to try an Onimusha game. I thought, I'll try the demo. This is a new Capcom game. And I shit you not, it took me probably the best part of nearly 3 weeks to actually have a chance to sit down and fucking play it. I've had this PlayStation, it's on now, but I've barely had the fucking thing on for the last, 3 weeks. A bit more this week, to be fair, but, before that, shit, I don't think I barely touched it in June, and start of July, non-existent. It was also my birthday on the 5th of July. I turned the ripe age of 31, so that was good. I had some old friends. My girlfriend fucking sorted it out. I had some old friends from school I haven't seen in about 15 years, which was amazing. It was a brilliant surprise, and I'm so grateful for her, and it was just really lovely to see them again. And a couple of other friends I haven't seen in about 5 or 6 years. I've been talking to them occasionally, but just life gets in the way. And I think one of them's got you've got 1 or 2 girls now. One's a baby and one's like, I think 4 or 5. He's got 2 children. That's a fucking point. So life's been busy, and then I've obviously spent time with my girlfriend, and I've had time to, sort myself out and do all of that. But yeah. So the good news is, I've had a bit more time to do stuff recently. I wanted to do an update video because there's a lot to talk about, and I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. We're already 5.5 minutes in. I'll get this out of the way. So the day before my birthday, I went go-karting at Daytona Milton Keynes, and that happened. I did what was known as a D40 race. It was fucking pandemonium because it was like 6 lager lads, I call them, who were like, "Hey, lads." They were like not following the rules, constant yellow flags, constant black and white flags, then fucking black flags, the whole fucking shebang. So I ended up qualifying 7th out of 16, I think it was. I think there was a total of 16 races in the end, or 21. I can't fucking remember, but there was at least 16 people. And what happened was I qualified 7th, and I just kept going, and then there were so many yellow flags and people getting pulled off and all this, and then this number go to pits, this number go to pits. I'm thinking, fucking hell. So it was nearly impossible for me to keep track of where the fuck I was position-wise, because it was constantly shifting around and doing all of that. So I'm like, I have no idea. So my brother and my nan went to watch me, and yeah, basically my brother was very happy, and I didn't really know why. He said, "You seen the results?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Look at the results." And I looked, and it was 3rd place. I went, "Oh fuck!" And so that is, I finished 3rd. My first fucking podium, first official trophy. I do have I'll turn this way. You can see between me there, I do have another trophy, which is 1st place. You'll find out how I get that if you watch all the championship videos, which I am still fucking editing. I'm sorry it's taking so long. I know that the championship happened in 2025. We're nearly fucking 3/4 of the way through 2026. I'm sorry. The next 1 or 2 of those rounds are edited and done. I just need to upload them. Along with, there's a 3rd video. My first impressions of Silverstone, which I went back in April. That's 3 months ago. That they are all done. I just need to schedule them to upload. So this video you're watching now is going up tomorrow, Friday the 17th of July. Then I'm going to organise the other ones accordingly, and then that gives me a bit of a buffer to edit a bit more. Silent Hill, I'm chipping away at editing that. I've also recorded a Let's Play of Resident Evil Requiem, so I have finished it, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And I intend to upload that after Silent Hill. I don't want to do 2 Let's Plays concurrently because it will just confuse the fuck out of me in terms of my editing and everything like that. So I'd rather do one project, move on to the next one. The only reason I'm doing the go-karting and the Silent Hill concurrently is because the go-karting should have fucking been done by now, but life got in the way. So yeah. Also, if you can hear anything in the background, like sirens and stuff, I do apologise. Like I said earlier with the heatwave, I have to have the fucking windows open. It's physically... And I'm not having the fan on because that will fuck up the audio and also give me a crink in my neck. I sound like a grouchy old man. It's because I fucking am now at 31. I always have been a grouchy old man, even when I was fucking a teenager. It is what it is. So... Let me get the big thing out of the way. Shortly before my birthday, I was heartbroken. And yes, that sounds very dramatic. Yes, that sounds like a first world problem when I explain what I was heartbroken about. But it's something that means a lot to me. And I know that it's probably... I predicted it 4 or 5 years ago. I said to my mate, this was coming. And I didn't want it to come. Because I said, if it does come and it happens, we're in for a world of shit. So, everyone already knows this now. I haven't given my 2 cents on it. PlayStation. Physical discs. No more as of Jan 2028. Fuck Sony. I'm really not happy about it. the biggest piss take is they own the fucking format that they print the fucking discs on. They own and create Blu-ray. And I guarantee they're still going to create Blu-rays and Ultra HD Blu-rays for films, like, say, the new Spider-Man film that's coming out at the end of the month and things like that. Which just makes it even more fucking aggravating that they won't do it for video games. But we all know the reason they won't do it for video games. The reason they won't do it for video games is because they don't want people like me getting a good fucking deal and or reselling it and or buying a used copy where no one gets any money. This issue kind of came back in the PS3 generation when EA and sometimes Sony would, and I'm sure there's other companies, but EA was the big one, doing online passes. So I remember Medal of Honor 2010. I loved the game, but I bought it used because there was no new copies, and I had to pay £5 in Xbox points. It was points back then, not the Xbox currency. I had to pay £5 fucking to get online to play the fucking game. Did I enjoy the multiplayer? Yeah, it was good, but it was a fucking piss take. I had to pay a £5 to go online when you weren't selling brand new copies anymore. The used game, back then you couldn't just digitally buy every fucking game on the Xbox store. It's not like it is now on PlayStation Store and Xbox Store and all of that. So I think it sucks. I think it's a load of bullshit. I don't have a problem with digital existing, and I will get to that because I've procured some games afterwards. It's just shit. And if you are, who cares, I've been buying digital only, come back to me when they take a game away from you, or you can't play a game anymore because it's no longer on the store and they've removed it from your fucking PlayStation system. Like, they won't do it, but could you imagine the week after GTA 6 comes out, they go, actually, we're kind of good, we don't want to be on PlayStation? And there is not a fucking thing you can do about it. Then you'll be upset because you don't understand. It's a load of bullshit, it's a load of baloney, and I fucking hate that Sony has done this. And unfortunately, I think Microsoft is going to do it as well. The best thing for Microsoft to get their foot back in would be to support physical media. It does mean that people like Limited Run Games and these other companies, they are going to make a fucking killing on PS5 games after Jan 2028 because they are they'll be very in high demand. They literally last week announced Silent Hill: The Short Message, the free to play digital only PS Store game. It was free to play, about 2-3 hour game. They're bringing that on physical. You can play that on a physical PS5 disc. It's a bit extortionate. It's £70 for a 2 or 3 hour game. But if you're a Silent Hill collector and or want that game in case it gets removed off the PlayStation Store, that's the other thing. Only on the PlayStation Store. So if you don't have a fucking internet connection, which is very unlikely nowadays, but if you don't have an internet connection, you've never been able to play that game because you needed to download it on a PlayStation Store. So, yeah. Not happy about the news. I've ranted, I've raved, I've said my piece about it. I've said fuck Rockstar, fuck Sony, and all this other bollocks. And I think, unfortunately, in the grand scheme, it's not going to mean a fucking thing. I don't think they're going to change their mind. I don't think they're going to do a thing. And what I say to that is, I mean, you can't see it from the camera angle, but I will take the money that's going to be realistically about $1,000 on a PS6, and I'm just going to put it into a PC. And I don't want to. I really didn't want to become a PC gamer because the stigma attached with PC gamer is, oh, I've paid $4 or $5 for this fucking thing, thus I'm superior to every motherfucker in the planet. Da, 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 da. And then when that gets removed and consoles no longer exist and it's only PC gamers, then they start fighting each other over, well, I've got a better rig than you because I've got an AMD instead of a fucking Intel. You know what I mean? They get into all that fucking bollocks, and it's just fucking retarded and it's stupid. So I'm not looking forward to that, but there is no way in fuck Sony PlayStation Store will compete with Steam sales. I'm sorry, there is no way. I have gone on Steam sales in the winter, the autumn, the summer, the spring, and just random fucking times, and I've seen games 80 to 90% off. It's ridiculous. And I won't have to pay for PS Plus to go online all the time with a subscription. And I can burn Steam games to discs. Now I can't use the discs to play the game, but I can back up the games on there. So if it does get removed off the Steam store, I can still have a physical copy if I have to delete that game off my computer to save space. I'm like, okay, well I've got the disc, so it's not lost. I've got it. It's good. That's positive. That's the one positive of digital with Steam. But yeah, but no, I personally just that's the thing with PC. You get the digital storefront, so you've got options at least digitally with Steam, Epic, Uplay if you have a fucking brain hemorrhage. You know what I mean? Like you've got options on the PC market. Good old games, GOG. I think they just announced Silent Hill 4 is going to be on there without DRM and all this shit. So there is options on PC. If you buy a PS6, guess where you're shopping? Fucking PlayStation Store. Yes, you can go to retailers. Yes, you can buy a physical copy of a box with a fucking code inside it like GTA 6 is going to be. But apart from saving a couple of quid, you're not really getting a benefit of... there's no benefit to that. You're going to have an empty husk of a fucking box on a shelf. And I know that is a me thing, and I like having a physical collection, but it's just a fucking piss take. And I really fucking hate that Sony getting rid of it. And the only reason is pure fucking greed. I said to my mate 5 years ago, if it goes all digital on PlayStation, I will go to PC. And I said the reason is, at that point, Sony, PlayStation, and any team like 2K or EA or any of them will literally put the games on the store and they will charge whatever the fuck they want with no refunds. Because they can. Because if you want to play GTA 6 on launch, you go to the PlayStation Store and buy it, you go to the Xbox Store and buy it, or you go to Amazon or somewhere like that to get a couple of quid off of a fucking code. And that's it. That's it. You have no choice. And good luck getting a refund. That ain't going to happen. So if you buy a game from EA that's... I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Okay, let's play devil's advocate. I know before anyone says it, I know there was refunds for this. Let's say you buy this and it comes out the way it does in December 2020. And I don't know they did, but in the future, that will be £250, no refunds. No fucking way. Not happening. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not paying £1,000 for a PS6, then I'm having to pay for PS Plus, then I'm forced to buy my games digitally on PlayStation Store with no way of reselling them or getting a refund. If I, one, don't like it, or two, it doesn't fucking work a la launch Cyberpunk. No fucking chance. At least with fucking Steam, 2 hours after your purchase, 2 hours of gameplay, you can get a refund. It takes a little bit of time to get your refund and everything, but you can get the fucking refund. That's the point. Yeah, PlayStation have got to do a refund policy. Minimum to fucking get people. Because as soon as you get a game like Cyberpunk launch, oh, you're fucked. Can you imagine what's going to happen if GTA 6 comes out and it's a broken fucking mess? Oh, fuck. Yeah, digital only rules then, doesn't it? At least with a fucking physical, I go back to the shop and go, I want my fucking money back. Boom, put the fucking game on the thing. Doesn't fucking work. Can't do that with a digital. And I guarantee they'll fucking clamp down on that if people do try and start refunding. So, rant over. It is what it is. But yeah, I will probably not be a PlayStation gamer for too much longer. The good news is I've got, like I've shown before, got a bit of PS5, bunch of PS4, bunch of PS3, and over there is PS1 and 2, like full fucking top to bottom with some Blu-rays and DVDs at the bottom, 2 shelves. I've got tons of games to play, and I bought more games, which I'm going to show you now. But just to make a point, I have bought, after my birthday, it's going to sound incredibly hypocritical after what I've just said, I have bought a bunch of games digitally. Now, before anyone jumps down in the comment section and fucking grills me a new arsehole, I got £60 worth of PlayStation vouchers for my birthday from my 2 friends from school and 1 from my brother. And they bought them before all the PlayStation No More Disc news fucking took place. So they didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen. And I'm sat here with 60 quid's worth of PlayStation vouchers. So I'm like, well, I'm going to use them because I can't change them out for, money. Like, I've got vouchers, so I'll use them. So what I did is on my PS Vita, I picked up, because that's the other thing, they're shutting down the PS3 and the Vita store. I'm upset about it, but at the same time, they were going to close this like 4 or 5 years ago, and then there was a kick up, and then people have been fine about it. Unfortunately, realistically now, if you want to fucking play any of those games, it's a very barren husk of a store. There's barely anything on it. If you're going to get it now. It shuts, at least for the UK, July next year. But I've picked up all the games I want on it. I'm pretty satisfied with what I've got. So I got a bunch of old PS1 classics that you can play on the Vita, which is brilliant. So I've got the RE123 trilogy, the Resident Evil trilogy, to play on Vita on the go. I bought Silent Hill, the original. I bought Driver, the original. What else did I get? I got the Spyro trilogy, the PlayStation trilogy. They don't have the Crash trilogy, which is weird. I thought if they were going to have Spyro, they'd also have Crash, because they're both owned by Activision, which is now owned by Microsoft, but whatever. So yeah, I've got those as well. I feel like I'm missing one. So Silent Hill, RE123, Spyro 123, Driver. What else did I get? Is that all of them? I've got my list over here when I was shopping for them. No, that's all of them. So I got that, and I also got I bought it on eBay. I bought a 64 gig memory card for the Vita because I haven't jailbroke my one. I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to have it authentic, but eventually, the way it's going, I might end up jailbreaking it. So I've got that there. And then I did procure, like I said, a few games. So these are not games I've bought recently, that I just have them for the Vita. So I got Uncharted Golden Abyss. I got Black Cox Declassified. And I also got Killzone Mercenary. So I already have these before I bought the other ones. So I got Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed for the Vita, because I actually want to try Crossworld. So I thought, well, if I try this one, it was like a tenner on Vinted. I was like, if I pick up this and see how it is on Vita, then I might get Crossworlds. And I already own a PS4 copy of this, and I know they have a PS3 copy, but it's pointless getting a PS3 and a PS4 copy. Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remastered on Vita. Now, like I said, I own this on PS4, so it's like, so why the fuck did you get it, Aaron? You can progress between the Vita and the PS4 and the PS3 versions. So I thought, I'm going to LA in December. Let's play some Final Fantasy X for the first time. And if I get like 5 hours in, I can transfer that over when I come back to my PS4 save, which is brilliant. The only negative is, as you might be able to see, it's a bit back. I think it's backwards. Final Fantasy X-2 for the European and the American version was a digital download code, which I haven't tried the code, but even if I wanted to, the code is out of date. I think it expired like 2016, something like that. So unless you digitally buy X-2 on the Vita store, or if you live in Japan, they did 2 physical copies of X and X-2 in a multi-pack. That's the only way to play it on the Vita legit without emulating it and breaking it. I was tempted to get a Japanese copy, but I kept getting conflicting things of, oh, it's only in Japanese, oh, you can play it in English. I couldn't tell, so I thought, fuck it, just get 10. And if I want to get 10 and X-2 physically, I'll get the Japanese copies when I get the Japanese copy. I'll just collect them and have them. So I've got that as well. Speaking of digital, I did get 2 games on PS5 and technically 4. I know what you're thinking. I got Black Ops 1 and 2, the ports, which at the moment they're hacked to fuck, but hopefully they're going to get fixed. But I bought them because they were 50% off with PS Plus, which I had an active subscription. And also, I had the vouchers. And I think I only spent, after I bought all those digital games, I think I only spent £2.40. So I couldn't really be that upset about that. Yes, I'm supporting Sony digitally with £2.40 transaction. Okay, it's fine. And will I buy PS Plus for another year when it runs out? I'll see how I am by then. Depends how many PlayStation games I'm playing. If the majority of the games I'm playing are single player, probably not, because I don't need PS Plus to play single player games. If I'm still playing the Call of Duty games and they maybe port the Modern Warfare games, yeah, then maybe I'd consider getting a PS Plus subscription. But even then, maybe I'd only get like, I don't know, 2 month, 3 month, because the monthly games are fucking shit. They've been crap for months. So yeah, but yeah, so that's the digital stuff. The final game I bought it from the same seller as the Final Fantasy and the Final Fantasy X Remaster and the Sonic All Stars. He was selling a lovely copy of, it's a little bit dirty but I've got to clean it, Final Fantasy 9 on PS1, which I have a digital copy of this on PS4/5. I bought it in the sale, it was like £8 something on sale. But I saw this copy for like 20 quid on Vinted, and then I put the 3 together in a bundle. It was going to be 50 something quid. I said, would you do 40? We met in the middle, and it was 43.50 before all the protection fees and the shipping. So 43 quid for Final Fantasy 9, which is quite pricey and decent condition. The only negative is there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, a little crack on the back there. Other than that, perfectly fine copy. And then these two are also in pretty good, perfectly good nick. Minus a few like scuffs on the plastic, really. So, and these were like 15 quid each. So I did pretty well there, I think. I saved a bit of money on all 3 of them and had a good time. And then randomly, in a charity shop on the weekend, I found a copy of Madden 11. £1.50 for a charity shop. 1, it supports charity. 2, I get Madden 11. And 3, when I googled who the best team in the game was, it was the Green Bay. I believe it was the Green Bay Packers. If Google AI was fucking correct when I searched it. Because this was the coming off of the season where they, most recently at least, have won the Super Bowl. So I was like, fuck yeah. And I did think maybe I would consider picking up copies of Madden, like just old copies, just to have a Madden collection. I felt like maybe why not? Because you can get these for like £1.50, something like that. So I thought, fuck it. If I see them cheap in, say, a CEX or something like that, I might pick them up. But yeah, so I think I might start becoming a bit of a Madden collector. Doesn't mean I'm going to get all the new ones and shit like that, because they're fucking extortionate. But I can, and I've still got my copy of 18 here. I was trying to flog it on Vinted and no one wants it, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll keep it. And that's when I had the idea of, let's do a collection. The final game I got was from my girlfriend's parents. I haven't opened it yet, it's still sealed. But I got The Midnight Walk, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see it well from the glisten. It's basically a side-scrolling platformer, I believe, a little bit akin to something like Little Nightmares. The whole game is made out of claymation, and you can play it standard PS5, or if it says up there, if you have a PSVR 2, you can play the whole thing through VR 2. So yeah, I was very interested when the game got revealed, and I was like, this could be cool. And then my girlfriend was watching her brother watch a Let's Play, and she was like, this looks really good, I should potentially get this for Aaron. And her mum and dad said, oh, you know, we'll get him it because we don't know what to get him. So it's very sweet. So yeah, I do appreciate. So like I said, haven't opened it yet, still sealed, but I will get to it at some point. Do love a good single player game, and I loved the art style. It's very Tim Burton-esque, and I like Tim Burton, for those who don't know. So yeah, so I've got a lot of fucking games and a lot of stuff, but it was just a bit of a catch up. My brother also made me with his 3D printer a lovely Snorlax, which is my favourite Pokemon. Because I've been getting into Pokemon recently, because I've got some of the cards and other bits, and also what was the other thing? Been playing the fuck out of Pokemon Go, except for recently because of the heatwave. But yeah, it's been a busy fucking period of time. But yes, I've got at least 3 videos ready to go. Silent Hill is taking a bit longer than intended because I'm a bit of a perfectionist with the fucking highlight bit. It's annoying, but I just want to get it right. So yeah, and the next weekend or two, I'm going to be busy going in the loft upstairs because I've got stuff to get down with my mum, and also I've got stuff to sell on Vinted, like a Wii U and bits like that. So yeah, been fucking busy, and I've also my spare time when I have a moment, I've been going to the cinema as well. Saw Jackass, which was brilliant. Disclosure Day, which was all right. Things like that. It was just, I know when I did this whole I'm coming back and I'm doing film reviews thing, I've not done a film review since then. Once again, it comes down to having fucking time, and it's just not been possible. So the video's gone long enough, half an hour. I've rambled for fucking ever. Glad to be back. Thank you for your patience and continued support, and I will have this video out tomorrow, but obviously Friday the 17th when you watch it, and I've got 3 more videos ready to queue up, so I'm going to queue them up hopefully tonight or over the weekend. I'll queue them up to go. So thanks a lot, love you all, have a good one, bye bye.